In today's video, I'm going to show you the basics of how to navigate through Davinci Resolve. Pure basics. If you are a beginner, kama hujaitumia Davinci Resolve before, don't worry. I'm just going to show you from how you download the software to how you're going to use the basic stuffs inside Davinci Resolve. If you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Brian. I'm a video editor based in Nairobi, Kenya, and I'm here to teach you how to use Davinci Resolve. So let's dive right in. First and foremost, you need to download the Davinci Resolve in Blackmagic Design website. That is the official website for Davinci Resolve, and it's absolutely free, so don't worry about that. And right here we have the, where you're gonna download Davinci Resolve. I'm gonna leave a link in the description below so that uweze ku download it for yourself. Okay, so once you download the software, get into the software. This is the interface when you open the software. So this is where your projects are saved and everything, and this is where you're gonna start our new project. Okay, so right here, just click on new project, then just name it whatever you wanna name it. For me, just name it depending on whatever I'm doing for the videos. So for this is a tutorial. And there you go, you create your project. Ukishaingia kwa Davinci Resolve, the software might look so overwhelming, but don't worry. Everything is as it is, and everything is simple. When you hover a mouse on anything, it's just gonna tell you what that is, and it's easy to navigate through Davinci Resolve. Okay, so for now we don't have our project in here, so we have to get our project in here. And as you can see down here, we have pages. So hapa ni media pool. When you hover your mouse over it, or rather when you just right click here and show icons and labels, it will just show you whatever these pages are. Okay, so hii ya kwanza ni media, ya pili ni cut, ya tatu ni edit, fusion, color, fairlight, and deliver. Okay, so basically deliver is for rendering your videos. Once it's done, you export it. Fairlight is for music, how to mix your music and everything. Fairlight does the better job. Then color page is just where you color grade the whole footage that you have shot. Fusion page is where you do the fusion stuff, like the effects and everything. So fusion page is basically like After Effects for the video for Premiere Pro. And then we have the edit page. This is basically where we're gonna spend most of our time, the edit page. And there's the cut page also, and there's the media page. So the cut page and the media page, basically the media page is where you arrange all your footage. The cut page is where you do a rough cut of your footage and arrange everything. Then the edit page is where you do everything now and you add your titles, effects, and everything. Okay, so we're gonna go to the media page, and then tunaingiza our media in here. So you basically right click, then you come down to import media, or rather you can use a short form called Control I, as you can see right here. So once you click that, it will open your folder. Alafu in your folder is where you navigate to where your footage is. Okay, so for our case, we have a footage right here. Where is it? Why can't I see it? Okay. Where is it? Okay, so we have our footage right here, and then you just click on open, and then this page, or rather this pop-up, will come up. Just basically inakuuliza you change the frame rates, or rather can you shoot, did you shoot at 1080 24 frames per second, or did you shoot at 4K 30 frames per second? So basically it's just telling you to change the project settings frame rate to your shooting frame rate. So 90% of the time just go with change, and don't worry about this, unaweza change baadaye, don't worry about that. Okay, so once our media is in, as you can see, we have our footage right here. So this is basically the media page. So once your footage is in, you just go straight to the cut page, to the edit page. Okay, For the cut page and the media page, you don't have to do so much because the edit page basically can still do what the cut page and the media page does. So or in all aspects, hakuna haja ya waste time kwa cut page, so just go direct to the edit page. Okay, so we have our footage right here. As you can see on the right, we have what we call inspector. So once your inspector is on, this is where whatever you're gonna do in your timeline right here, that you're gonna have the controls for whatever is in your timeline. Okay, so let's create a timeline with our video. So just click your video, then you right click it, then it will ask you to create a new timeline using selected clips. So do that, and then your video is right here. So just press on create, and then there you go. You have your footage in your timeline. So basically this is the timeline. Okay, this is where you do everything. That's called the timeline. So ukiwa hapa, what you do is you listen first to your video, then you can be able to understand where you wanna cut and where you wanna, remove, add, and do all the stuff. So you just click on play. You can basically click on the spacebar, or you can just click up here to the play button, and there you go. You have your video playing. As you can notice, this video is quite high quality. When we come to metadata, just here on file, okay? When you look at your metadata, this shows that it's an H.265 video codec, shot on 23 frames per second, and the resolution is a 4K video. Okay, so that's why you can notice the lagging speed right here when you press on play. As you can see, the playback is not full, it's not real-time playback. So basically what we do is you click on your video on the media pool on your left right here, alafu once you right click, and then you can create proxy media. So hapa penye unaona proxy media, just click on proxy media. So this video is quite long, so you can just cut it so that you can, okay, no worries. Just right click and then create proxy media, generate proxy media. So once you do that, it will generate some proxy media for you, and then it will have the playback to be a little bit smoother. Okay, so far so good. This is how you navigate through Davinci Resolve. So if you're a beginner, as you can see, there's nothing to worry about. Okay, it's quite easy to actually navigate it yourself. So you're gonna give it some time to create the proxy media, and then once it's done, gonna start with the cutting. Okay, so it's done. So what you do is, once you've created your proxy media, when you still press on play, it will still have the lagging, but as you can see, it has tried to improve from 6, we are now at 10, okay? But that's not what you want. You want it to go to real-time playback at, 23 frames per second, So just come up here on playback, then use optimized media if available, just hiyo lazima ikuwe ticked. Then hapa kwa proxy handling, just you see it's at prefer camera originals, okay? So you're gonna press on prefer proxies, so that as you can see our footage hapa kwa timeline imechange ikaeka hii icon ya proxy pxy, so that means it's a proxy media. So proxy media is basically a lower resolution that helps you in Davinci Resolve to have a good or a real-time playback. Okay, so once it's done, you can just come here and then press on play. As you can see, we've improved to 16, from 6 to 10 to 16. So what we do next is come back to playback, proxy, prefer proxy, timeline resolution. You can just put it as, half, so that you can try and have this playback to be full playback. Render cache, you can just put it at user, or rather you can just leave it at none for the time being. Then delete render cache, you can just delete, and then come back to playback. Fusion memory is on, manage this is gone. So let's try it again, and we see, and there we go. We have a real-time playback, 23 frames per second. That was simple, right? So ukiona hiyo inakusumbua sana, that's what you do and you navigate through it. So this is Davinci Resolve 20.2, and it's fun to use this because they have implemented what we call, you know, to scrub in between the video, the timeline. You just press on C and you can scrub. Okay, so we're just gonna start from the beginning, play our video. The real-time playback is at 23. Very nice. So let me show you a quick one. So this is for the people who are using Davinci Resolve Studio 20.2. So unakuja hapa juu kwa clip, then kuna, sorry, not clip. Is it clip? Yes. So, but now you have to have your video selected. So you just select your video, come to clip, then at hapa kwa audio operations, just click on ripple, delete, silence. So basically where there is silence in your video, instead of watching this video to the end with cutting small parts of silences, Davinci Resolve is doing it for us. So you just click on ripple, delete, silence. Then you can just choose the threshold, the prehead, the minimum to strip, 24 frames per second. You can just put it at, let's say, 20 frames. As you can see, hapa kwa video inakuonyesha there is this red dotted lines zikuonyesha penye kuna silences. Okay, so ukipunguza tena the frames, let's see what it does. If you reduce the frames, it also selects the smaller parts where there was smaller silences. Okay, as you can see, when you go down further, it selects more silences. As you can see, it adds inaongeza more easy dotted red lines like that, like that. The more you reduce, the more silences are detected, the shorter ones and even the little ones. Okay, but we don't really want it to really cut down sana, so you can just leave it at 20 like that. You can decide to crossfade audio or not crossfade audio, but let's see what it can do when you crossfade audio. So just tick that box and then click on remove. So basically it will trim your video and remove the silences. Okay, so as you can see, we have four cuts: 1, 2, 3, 4. So basically this is where the silences zilikuwa zile kubwa kubwa, but let's see how it does. So we play the video. It has done quite a good job. It has done a good job. So that's basically how you use it. Okay, so ukitaka kuongeza effects, ukitaka kuongeza any other thing, just come to effects here. Then titles, we want subtitles, you can just click here. We have a text plus, we have a basic text. So basically a text plus and a basic text is, a text plus has more customizations than a basic text. That's it. That's what it's called, a text plus. So you can just add your text, Evo, bring it for timeline. You can actually, as you hover the mouse upper kando, you can see the green line. So basically that shows you are at the edge and it has selected for you to move right or reduce. So you can just click and hold on your mouse and then you can move this. You can extend it to be the whole video like that. Okay, so want to customize it, just click on the text, move on your right on the inspector. So if you can't see your inspector, just click on inspector and toggle it. You can, unaweza switch on and off. So just come here to title. Okay, we have your text here. This way you can just customize it and just write whatever you want to write. So just write your name, Karanja, like that. And then you have your text on your screen. That's basically how you do that. So you can just change your fonts. Okay, so kama unataka kuona a better customization on the right, just click on this down arrow and then itafungua this whole panel. Then hapo unaweza change your fonts, just right click on whatever font you want to change, open sans, there you go. Then you can just, you know, maximize on the size or reduce the size. Hapo you can scroll down and see what you can do. So up here you can still see there's layout. So hapa ndo una change the offset, right, left, or the Y, you know, down, up and down. Just basically how you do it. Then you can just come here on transform. Then you can just do some few things here and there. If you want to customize, transform the characters only or the word only or the lines, that's basically up to you. Okay, the spacing, you can even choose the spacing if you want it so spaced out, or if you want it so spaced in, depends with you. Just play with these things. Hapa chini kwa hii dot ka white, as you can see, you can just click it to, you know, redo everything, or rather to just put everything as well as how you found it. Okay, hapa kwa shading is where you choose the black, the shadow and the everything. So shadow is always here at number 3, as you can see, black shadow, just enable it. And as you can see, your text has a little bit of depth when it comes to displaying it on the screen. It's well readable than when it's toggled off, as you can see the before and the after. So it's better to use a black shadow. Okay, that's it with text. You can actually do what we call, with the paid version, you can actually do what we call auto captions. So with auto captions, you can just come up here on timeline, then AI tools, sorry, AI tools, and then just create subtitles from audio. So just click that and then it just gives you subtitles automatically, like CapCut. Yeah, so basically that's it. Okay, so up to that point, I think that's easy and you can navigate that by yourself through. So follow this page, click on the like button, follow this page, have your comments down there. Niambie ni nini mnataka kulearn with Davinci Resolve, the basics and everything, so that you can know what to do in the next video. Tell me your challenges when it comes to video editing in the comment section and everything. With that regards, see you in the next video.